Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're going to do another primetime breakdown game here. This one's going to be in the NFL for tomorrow, Sunday, November 10th. It's November 9th right now. It's early in the morning Saturday. We got a lot of college football going on today. Hopefully, you guys caught my videos on the college football games. We got some big-time bets in on college football Saturday, but this one's going to be in the NFL. We're going to move into the Lions and Texans game. Sunday Night Football, let's dive right in, guys. The Lions here are sitting at 7-1. Texans are sitting at 6-3 here. So this is a big time game. It is interconference game. We got NFC versus AFC. Two teams that are looking to make a playoff run. They're looking to make a deep playoff run. The Texans have been a little bit slower this year than they were last year. Not quite at the same level, but Nico Collins has been out. Nico Collins is coming back. He's supposed to play this week, week 10. You know, guys, I'm just going to be honest right here. When I'm wrong, and I was dead wrong about Nico Collins. The dude can straight up play. Over the offseason, you guys probably heard me say that Nico Collins, I'm not on board with him yet because 1 out of 3 years has been good. The other 2 years, he was not very good in the NFL. But the dude is balling this year before that injury happened, and now he's coming back after the hamstring injury. Nico Collins should elevate this Texans offense. I don't know how much of an impact he'll have right away coming back from that injury, but he should elevate this offense. On the other side, the Lions, if you guys have been watching Detroit Lions football, Jared Goff might have himself in the MVP conversation, and he's doing it with efficiency. He's not doing it by throwing the ball 50 times a game and throwing 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's extremely efficient, hitting 70% passing completion in a lot of his games. That's crazy numbers. Jared Goff is moving the ball downfield, getting some points for this Lions team. He's got those 2 great backs in the backfield. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, both running their asses off this year, both looking great. Looking like they're poised to make a deep playoff run based on the way this offense is structured and the way they're performing right now. So I expect this game to be a heavyweight type of fight. Now it's not. I don't think it's going to be a huge high scoring game where we're going to see 40 to 30 something. I think it's going to be good, sound, quality football on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively for both teams. And it should be a fun one to watch. Let's break down the betting lines here. Looking at the spread, this game opened up at Detroit plus 1.5. They are now favored by 3.5 points. And then obviously on the other side, Texans opened up minus 1.5. They are now plus 3.5. Looking at the game where it stands right now. Taking a look at where the money is and where the money's going, 83% of public bets are sitting on the Lions to cover the spread. 73% of that money is on the Lions as well. So a lot of the handle is on the Lions on this one, which makes sense why this line flipped from plus 1.5 for the Lions to minus 3.5 for the Lions. That's how the line should move based on money disbursement. This is showing that the public and the sharps are actually, in fact, in favor of the Lions, at least at plus 1.5. So they adjusted this to minus 3.5. And then looking at the money line, it's minus 108 is what this opened at for the Lions to win this game. Now they're sitting at minus 196. On the other side, it opened at minus 112 for the Texans. Now it's sitting at plus 163. So when this game opened, it was almost a coin flip as far as who's going to win this game. Minus 108 and minus 112. That's only 4-cent difference on the odds for the money line when this opened. But now we're looking at minus odds versus plus odds. So the books are now favoring the Lions a lot more than they are the Texans. And you can see here with the money disbursement, 94% of public bets are on the Lions to win this game. 98% of the handle on the Lions to win this game. Only 2% on the Texans, guys. Sometimes, you got to look at the money and think, are the books really willing to lose all of this money? That's kind of scary there because they're not going to set their lines in a way that gets a huge amount of money on one side, knowing that they're going to have to pay that side out unless it's something crazy like there's minus 3,000 odds, minus 5,000 odds. Like you look at every odds difference in Boise State's games this year. They're playing in the Mountain West. They're rolling through that conference. If you look at their odds to win a game, if you put a bet on the money line on Boise State in most of their games year, they're like minus 4,000 odds, minus 5,000 odds. So if you put $100 on it, you're gonna win like a nickel or something crazy like that. I don't know the exact math on odds that huge because I don't place bets on odds that are that non-profitable, I guess you could say. So because this is only a minus 196 odds set right now, paying that out to 98% of people is still going to cost them quite a bit of money. So it's kind of scary to bet on the money line right now if you're taking the Lions, because I don't necessarily know that the Lions are 98% likely to win this game. The Texans are still a good football team, so I'm not going to mess with the money line. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I don't like the odds and how it's shifted. I don't like where the money's at. I'm just going to leave that one alone. If you are going to take the Texans, that would be an extremely crazy bet if you won that, because now we're looking at plus 163 odds and all that money's on the Lions. So you'd be going against the public. You'd be at 2% to win this game if you took the Texans. Be careful though. Just don't throw like 10 units on that if you're going to do it. Like I said, I'm not going to mess with that, but it's up to you. I'm just giving you the information. You can make your own decisions there. And then on the over and the under here, it opened up at 50 over under, minus 110 odds both ways. It's actually dropped down to 49 at minus 110 odds for the point total now. Looking at the money and the bets, 83% of the public is on the over, 65% of the money is on the over. You can see it dropped actually here just by 1 point. So there's your betting info, guys. Take it take it how you will. Place your bets how you will. I did send out a VIP play to my VIP clients on this game. I actually haven't sent it out yet. I just placed my bet. Then I went to record this video. I will be sending it out to my VIPs directly after I'm done recording this video. So if you're not in on the VIPs yet, you actually get 3 free days. So you can get all of my college football picks for today, Saturday, and all my NFL picks for tomorrow, Sunday, all my NFL picks for Monday Night Football, and then Tuesday, because today's Saturday, so you'd be getting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is when the 3 free days would be up, but you can get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all the football picks for the weekend, absolutely free, guys. There's a link in the description. Click that. Use code SCRIPT when you sign up, and you're going to get those free 3 days, all my picks. Let me put some money in your pocket before you have to pay anything for picks, or just get your 3 free days and do what you want with it. But more than likely, we're going to make enough money for you to be a full-time VIP member and start winning with us every single week, guys. We've been crushing it. Thursday Night Football, we crushed it. We got a couple huge plays today in college football. Hopefully those cash out for us. I'm very confident in those. And one other thing before we move into the player prop side of things, BetMGM right now is giving new users up to $1,500 in bonus bets. $1,500. I mean, most of these daily fantasy apps, they give you really good, very, very good deposit matches. They'll give you up to $100 deposit match, sometimes more than that. They have deals every once in a while, but BetMGM is going all the way up to $1,500 in bonus bets. Not everybody gets that $1,500. They don't just give it to everybody, but it's up to $1,500 in bonus bets. So sign up with BetMGM, guys. There is a link in the description down below. If you don't use that sportsbook yet, it's a great way to get in there and get some free money to start playing on house money rather than your own and start placing bets. I use BetMGM a lot, so especially if you're in my free picks or VIP picks, get on the BetMGM app. You can tell me straight through the BetMGM app. I use multiple sports books. If you guys know anything about sports betting and you're really into it, you know that the more books you have, the more profitable you're going to be, because prices are different for each bet across the board. So you got to get the best price that you can. Moving into the player prop side of things, guys, that's enough on BetMGM. I just wanted to let you guys know that they have that great bonus going on right now. So, player prop side of thing, this is just the Lions-Texans game. That's all we're talking about here. These are not other NFL games player props. I just found 3 player props in this Sunday Night Football game that I absolutely love, and I'm going to put these in on REBET. So Tim Patrick right here, his total right now for receptions is 1.5. If you look at his graph here, every game he's played except for 2 this year, he's had at least 2 catches. Now, most of the time it's just 2 catches, so he's not blowing this number out of the water, but Tim Patrick is coming along nicely as a new member of the Detroit Lions, filling in as kind of just a spell guy, a safety blanket guy. Tim Patrick was very reliable in Denver, when he was healthy. When I say reliable, I mean a healthy Tim Patrick was reliable on the football field. The dude gets open. He does his job. He's not going to make crazy plays where he's going for 150 yards, 3 touchdowns in a game. He's just a dependable receiver. He's where he's supposed to be, and he blocks his ass off, so he does get himself on the field because he does a lot without the ball, even when he's not getting targets. But in the Lions games so far this year, he's getting at least 2 catches in most of these games. I mean, just look at that graph right there. Against Arizona, he had 1. Against the Titans a couple weeks ago, he didn't have any. But I want to look at his targets here. His targets, like I said, he's very dependable when you throw him the ball. 2 targets, 2 catches. 1 target, 0 catches. So that one he didn't do so great. But 2 catches, 2 targets, 2 catches. 3 targets, 3 catches. When he gets thrown the ball, he's catching it. So you can expect if he's targeted in this game more than 1 time, he's going to get this number, more than likely. That's how it was when he was in Denver as well. It seems like every time that dude was throwing the ball, he was catching it and he was open. They didn't have good quarterbacks when he was in Denver, so his numbers in Denver aren't the greatest, but that's for another conversation. I like Tim Patrick to go over 1.5 receptions. Then let's move into the next one. Looking at Jared Goff here, we got Goff at 29.5 passing attempts. That's where his line is set at on most books, okay? We're actually going to get it at 30.5 passing receptions, and we're going to take the under. REBET's got him at 30.5. 29.5 is what it's set at most of everywhere else. I don't know why. REBET's giving us an extra point, but they are, or an extra attempt, but they are. So 30.5 passing attempts. We're going to take the under. Just look at his graph so far, guys. I mean, look at it. This Tampa Bay game, he threw 55 times. Other than that, he's throwing under. You guys heard me say at the beginning of the video, he's been very efficient, lighting up the scoreboard without throwing 40 times a game. Most of the time, it's 25 and under. So I don't expect Jared Goff to be throwing the ball 30-plus times in this game. They've got 2 great running backs. They control the ball on offense. They have a pretty solid defense. Actually, it's getting better as the year goes on. And I don't think this game's going to be a crazy shootout where both quarterbacks are throwing the ball 40 times. They both have good running games, and this is going to be a heavyweight match where it's just blow for blow. All right, so I'm taking Jared Goff on under 30.5 passing attempts. Then let's dive into the last pick that I'm going to give you guys. This is Joe Mixon, and this is just Joe Mixon to get a rushing touchdown. Let's look at his chart here. Look at all those games. He was hurt part of the season, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games out of these 6 that he's played, he's got at least 1 rushing touchdown. So put him on your slip to get a touchdown on Sunday Night Football. Guys, like I said, this is on REBET. If you don't have REBET yet, use code AROD down here in the bottom in the description. I'll leave a link for you guys. Use code AROD. You'll get up to a $100 deposit match on your first deposit when you sign up, and then you can start tailing these picks on REBET. It's a cool new app. It's a very social sports book. You can share your picks with your friends, kind of challenge them. You can even go head-to-head with your buddies. So, like, if you got a friend that says, I'll bet you $100 that the Lions beat the Texans, you can say, okay, put your money where your mouth is. You pull out the REBET app, click on head-to-head, invite your buddy to that bet. You take the Texans, he takes the Lions, you wage whatever you want, and then there's a winner and there's a loser, so you're not betting against the books, you're betting straight head-to-head with your friends. It's actually really freaking fun. So get on the REBET app, guys. Like I said, link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I got for you. There's your picks. I'm going to run it over one more time. Joe Mixon to get a touchdown. Tim Patrick over 1.5 receptions. Jared Goff under 30.5 pass attempts. There you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button so you get all my videos. Join this community. We're going us versus them. Us as the army against the books. Them as the books. Let's win every single weekend. Have a good day, guys.